So this is the first, probably the last video that I'm going to do, because I've worked out I'm no good at doing videos. Takes too many takes. Just going to run through some of the questions that people left on my Facebook wall. If I don't get to all of them, my apologies, but I've only got so much time. So we'll start with Phoebes Jackson. What inspired your Hellspawn series, and where do you hope to be with your work in 5 years? Massive Romero fan. Lucio Fulci, the original sort of Italian style zombies, rising from the grave, falling apart. Love the 28 Days Later type mutant zombies, but I will always be a lover of the graveyard zombies, sort of digging their way to attack us, falling to pieces. Something more terrifying about that. One, I wouldn't be able to outrun the fast zombies anyway, so I'll be dead within 3 or 4 minutes. And the other thing is just the sheer remorselessness, falling apart, the stench, fighting them face to face. Just, yeah, something deep down, really, yeah, I don't know what it is, but the original zombies have always been the one for me. My work, I'd like to get Hellspawn finished. Where that takes me, I'm not quite sure. I haven't actually done an outline. It's kind of where the characters take me more than anything. So that answers James's question from further down the post. No, I don't generally outline. I might put a few notes down, but I generally let the characters do the talking and they take me on their journey, and I just put it down on paper. I'd love a few more books to be out on the Infernal series, my Demon series. It's not taken off very quickly, maybe because it's only one book, maybe because it's a bit of a niche genre, but I'd like a few more of those, and I'd like to get at least a few solo books out, just to sort of define myself as not just a series writer. I know some people find it a bit greedy writing series. It wasn't my intention sort of try and make money out of it. I do it because I love it, not because I ever hope to be rich from it. But yeah, I'd like to be more skilled, more varied. I don't think I'll ever write anything other than horror, simply because that's my biggest love. I know several people have suggested writing erotica under a pseudonym Dickie Sweet. If you do see some of that coming out and it's any good, yes, it was me, but we'll see what happens with that. Leslie Morrison Bryant, question 2. What do I have planned for when I come over in the summer? Any of you that have sort of been keeping up with me know that I am attending Scares That Care in Virginia in 3 months' time with Christina Hargis Smith, my publishing lady, otherwise known as the Overlord. My biggest thing is I've been promised the most amazing cheese sub sandwich, cheesesteak sandwich sub that I'll ever taste, so I'm really looking forward to that. Not looking forward to the flight, 10 hours cooped up with people that I don't know, that I probably won't like, screaming kids. So they will feature in my later books getting horribly mutilated. I've been promised to go and shoot lots of guns. Up to this point I've only ever fired air rifles and shotguns. I want to see what it's all about. You know, I'm English, we don't have guns. Biggest thing though is obviously meeting a load of the people that have supported me. James Wallace, coming to see you, Huckleberry, definitely. Leslie, Denise, Joan, Yolanda, if you can make it. Anyone, apologies if I haven't mentioned your name, but I am desperate to meet you all and say thank you. Cuddles are optional. I'm a cuddler, if you want one. If not, just push me away gently or forcefully. Mike Evans, after surgery, hands healing now, was wiping difficult? Yes, and that's what I want to say about that. Work in progress. Going through a bit of a phase at the moment, a bit of writer's block. Annoying, frustrating. I'm getting some ideas jotted down. I've started Hellspawn 5. I've started Infernal 2. I've outlined a couple of sort of ghost stroke horror books. I need something to grab me. When something grabs me, I'll bang out sort of 80, 100,000 words on it. Until then, I'm kind of just dotting back and forth between them. Angela Smith, what best-selling book would you have loved to have written? I love all Stephen King, James Herbert, Sean Hudson, Graham Masterton, Lumley, Law, all of those guys, Dean Koontz. My favourite book, and the one that is falling apart, which I always put in interviews, is Watchers by Dean Koontz. Guy finds a dog and shenanigans ensue, and they find out the dog isn't just what it is. My favourite book, without doubt, is Watchers. Absolutely adore it, and I've read it more times than I can count. So I would love to have written Watchers. Colin Buckland, have you visited any of the locations in the Hellspawn books? Yes, on multiple occasions. The initial house hold up was based on my old terrace that I used to live in. The hospital in book 2 was where I was born. The castle that they reach in book 3 is one of my favourite places to visit, Arundel Castle. It is a phenomenal fortress, 1,000 years old, and it's going to prove to be an adequate fortress in the apocalypse until bad things happen. No spoilers. Matt Hay, do you enjoy the editing process or the initial draft writing more? Nobody likes editing. The first draft's fun. Seeing where it goes. Editing is just, nah. It's got to be done. You know, you get your beta feedback. Editor sends back anything that needs changing, things that don't work, and you just change it. And then you get to press the publish button and sit waiting, nervous about the reviews, if they come in or not, and if anybody actually enjoy the book. Lisa Ashdown, if you had to wear a sign, what would it say? Don't feed the animal, or may bite. Not hard, but you know, it varies. Mark Moore, how many unfinished stories are on your computer? Lots. Most of you will know that I get several of my ideas from nightmares that I encounter. Often wake up in the middle of the night or the following morning and jot down some notes. There are dozens of drafts on there of stories. It will take years to get through them, many, many years, so I hope to keep entertaining you for quite some time to come. Melanie Langham, have you ever written a scene and had to take a break as you're emotionally undone by it, as you know your readers will be? Book 4, which is about to drop any day now, has a scene in it. I don't want to give too many spoilers away, but those of you of a certain disposition might find it hard to read as well. I had a few tears while writing it, I'm not ashamed to admit. It was quite upsetting at times. When you read it, you'll know the one I mean. I hope you do anyway. And second question from a final question I'm going to do today because time's running out. Have you ever got literal revenge on someone by basing a character on them and giving that character a not so pleasant experience in your book? Maybe. Definitely. You don't cross an author. Several other questions I'll answer in a later video. I just wanted to say thank you to everyone who supports me, who buys my books, who leaves reviews, people at the TLA, Good Morning Zompok, TJ Weeks, Chris Weeks, the Watsons, the Allen brothers, James Wallace, Matt Hickman, and all the guys that I can't name. Thank you very much, and if this doesn't just get laughed at, I might do another video at a later date. Take care. Have a great weekend. Bye.